behind me is Thames House, the headquarters of MI5. While the NCSC reports daily on cyber incidents, MI5 issues the biggest warnings, reminding us that cyber attacks are part of a wider hostile state campaign against the UK. In our Lawfare episode, we explained how MI5 publicly warned about Christine Lee, accused of covertly funneling influence into Parliament on behalf of Beijing. That was one battlefield, but today we highlight another: cyber warfare. MI5 has warned, alongside the FBI, that Chinese espionage, including cyber-enabled theft, poses the single biggest long-term threat to the UK. Here in London, the silent cyber battle is already underway. In July 2022, Ken McCullum, Director General of MI5, stood alongside FBI Director Christopher Wray in London. In a rare joint briefing, they issued a stark warning. The Chinese government poses the biggest long-term threat to our economic and national security. McCullum revealed that MI5 was running 7 times more investigations into China than 4 years earlier. Their message was clear: Beijing is conducting espionage and cyber operations on a scale that threatens not just governments, but the foundations of democracy and business here in the UK. In August 2023, Britain's Electoral Commission admitted it had suffered a major cyber attack. Hackers, later linked to China, had gained access to databases of over 40 million voters between 2014 and 2022. Names, addresses, and the entire electoral roll were exposed. Officials warned the data could be used to intimidate activists, track political opponents, or launch influence campaigns during elections. In March 2024, the UK government sanctioned Chinese state-backed actors associated with the attack, naming the group APT31. The impact: the breach struck at the core of democracy itself. The solution: the Commission upgraded its cyber defences, but the damage to trust was done. Cyber warfare is the silent battle of our age. Unlike bombs or tanks, its weapons are hidden. Malware, phishing emails, manipulated data, and its targets are not only military secrets, but elections, hospitals, media, and the daily lives of millions. In this episode, we will reveal who is attacking Britain, what they want, and why China has become one of the world's most aggressive cyber actors. June 2024, London's healthcare system came under siege. A ransomware group called Chilin, with ties to Russia, cybercrime networks hacked Synovis, an NHS pathology contractor. The attack cancelled 1,600 operations and appointments in a single week. Soon after, 400 gigabytes of patients' data, names, test results, even medical details were leaked onto the dark web. This was not just theft, it was an assault on life itself. Doctors warned that delays put vulnerable patients at risk. The National Crime Agency and NCSC rushed in, but the damage showed how hospitals, our most vulnerable vital services, are now frontline targets. Why? Because chaos and fear weaken society from within. In May 2024, hackers breached a payroll system used by the UK Ministry of Defence. The data of 270,000 serving and former military personnel was exposed. The breach was traced to a third-party contractor, not a core MOD server, but the result was the same: personal details of Britain's defenders placed at risk. Impact: potential blackmail, intimidation, or recruitment attempts by hostile intelligence. Solution: the government ordered an urgent review of all defence contractors' cyber security. And the lesson: in cyber warfare, supply chains are the soft underbelly. As we arrive here at the Pall Mall, we stand in a place once lined with clubs and statesmen, generals and empire builders. Decisions that shaped nations were made behind these doors. Today, the battlefield has changed. No cavalry charges, no gunfire. Instead, invisible attacks on our hospitals, our banks, even our parliaments. Cyber warfare is the new gentleman's club of power. Secret, hidden, but decisive. Here in the heart of London, we are reminded what was once settled with armies and navies is now fought with algorithms and data. The question is no longer whether cyber war is real. We've seen how it reaches in every part of our society, from governments to defence, from health to ordinary citizens. The question is, will we wake up in time to defend ourselves? Pall Mall stands as a reminder. Britain once built strength through vigilance, strategy and unity. In this new era, we must do the same, or risk losing not just battles, but the trust and the freedom that hold our democracy together. This is where part one ends. The story continues because the silent war is only just beginning.